the Texas Public Policy Foundation, TPPF, for co-hosting this event with us, and of course, all of the distinguished panelists that I'm with. I do want to say that we love TPPF so much and all of their policy analysts that we decided to get one of our own. And so our policy analyst for Texas is Mr. Raul Espinosa right there for the Libre Initiative. And then I'd also like to introduce one of our San Antonio area field directors, Ms. Gina Castañeda, who's with us today. Before I say anything further in my remarks, I do want to show you a video that we've put together on our campaign for school choice across the state of Texas and Florida. So if you just focus, start from the beginning.
The number one problem in Hispanic students, which is actually a problem for the entire country, is access to a quality education. This is Libre's school choice campaign because we believe that when parents choose, students win. And I think a lot of Hispanics are stuck in districts where, they don't have that opportunity to go to another school that suits their child. And so to me, I would say the lack of school choice is what's affecting the Hispanic community at this point.
Many of the minorities, minority groups don't know about school choice, especially the scholarships that are available right now.
I definitely want to support that. Anything that gives you choice, because it's not fair to only have one option.
All students deserve the right to have an excellent education, and we advocate for changes at the state level to ensure that they get that education.
We're engaging the Hispanic community to lift their voice and make sure that those that are making the decisions for them understand how important school choice is to Hispanic families, Hispanic children, and make sure that they understand it's something we want and we want it now.
When parents choose,
Students win.
That is the premise of our entire school choice campaign, is that when parents have the opportunity to choose, ultimately it's a student who wins. A little bit about Libre. The Libre Initiative is a national nonprofit, nonpartisan organization founded back in the summer of 2011, really with the intent of engaging the U.S. Hispanic community directly in their communities, with the intent to advance a message of economic well-being and to help elevate Hispanics out of poverty. Any public policy issue that we tackle as an organization, we tackle it with an economic perspective. When we talk about school choice, we talk about the competition that it provides amongst educational options for parents. And we believe that one of the keys to economic prosperity and economic success is having an educated workforce. And as Michael stated in his remarks, the demographics in Texas are shifting in our direction, the Hispanic direction. And so we understand that since the vast majority of our student-age population that attend school are Hispanic, that trend is only going to continue to rise. And so we believe at Libre that no student should be relegated to the zip code that they live in and possibly have to attend an underperforming school. And so, like the representative said, I agree that it's unfortunate that that exists in urban centers, even in rural areas across the state of Texas, specifically down in South Texas, where we have a lot of students that are bussed in and out of school districts. With us today, the charter district that I represent, that I'm privileged to serve as a school board member of in the Valley, parents want choice so much so that in the Valley alone, with the 4 campuses that we have, roughly 1,400 students, we have over 1,500 students on our waiting list just for this upcoming academic year. And that's just the campuses we have in the Rio Grande Valley. And so we service a predominantly Hispanic area of the state of Texas. So you can imagine the choice that parents want for their children, the success that they want their children to achieve. And so we don't specifically tackle the accountability issues with schools, with private schools, with charter schools, with the public schools. We keep it at a 30,000-foot level, if you will, and say, we need to do something in Texas. Our campaign is in Florida, predominantly in Florida here in Texas. Florida is expanding school choice. Texas, we're barely enacting it for the first time. And so as goes Texas, so goes the nation in many cases. We're the leaders in economic development and job creation, yet we're lagging behind drastically when it comes to providing choice for our students. And if we're not educating this next generation of leaders, this next generation of entrepreneurs, this next generation of family leaders, then the future of Texas is not as bright as we may hope it to be when our education standards are lower and when we have so many underperforming schools. I believe it's over 146,000 students that attend underperforming schools in Texas, predominantly minority students, and thus, what is the future that we're enabling for Texas 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? And so that's what the Libre Initiative is doing. What we do, as the representative was saying, is we are leading an effort within the Hispanic community across the state. All of our field offices in Dallas, San Antonio, and McAllen, and down in the lower parts of the Lower Valley, we are leading an effort with school choice petitions. This past Friday, down in Brownsville, Texas, we held a school choice rally at the Athos Leadership Academy that is the campus of the Jubilee Academic Center. Excuse me. And we had well over 350 students attend and roughly 100 parents there on a Friday morning, parents that took time out of their schedules to be there to show support for school choice. We understand that there is a need. And so that's just one example of the many events that we're doing across the state of Texas. This month alone, we'll have some events in San Antonio and then in Dallas as well. And we're also leading a phone banking effort across the country, calling into Texas, calling Hispanic households, saying call your representative, call your state senator, and let them know that you support school choice, that you support education reform that provides you as a parent the decision right to send your child where you see they're going to get the best academic preparation. When you look at school choice, it elevates the competition among educational institutions. Soon you'll have educational institutions, both ISDs, charter schools, and private schools, elevating the rigor of their academics. What happens when you elevate the rigor of your academics? Students are better prepared, the achievement gap is closed, they go on to pursue higher education, and then unfortunately in the Hispanic community, one of the things is our mission is to elevate them out of poverty is that they in turn do not get on government-dependent intervention programs, but now they become entrepreneurs and they open businesses and they employ other people and become contributors to the economy. And so then the economy, the Texas economy booms, the United States economy booms, and so you see the ripple effect of what a policy initiative like school choice does just within the Hispanic community alone. Think of what it could do with the Anglo community, the African American community, for all Texas students and all Texas residents and citizens alike. We're lagging behind and it needs to be enacted. And so the Libre Initiative, we're leading this effort across Hispanics. We are in 7 states, Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, and Florida. So in 3.5, almost 4 years, short years, we've expanded operations pretty much across many of the Hispanic, predominantly Hispanic states in the country, where we can get into communities, do access community service. We partner with churches, with chambers of commerce, with schools, school districts, really just to network with the Hispanic community. And then we disseminate our information and say, now here's what we're all about and here's how you fit into this picture of pursuing the American dream, of allowing government to be limited so that you have unlimited opportunities. And so that's what the Libre Initiative is all about. And so when we talk about school choice, it's really, for us, a Hispanic issue. It's really helping them, providing them and equipping them with the tools to elevate themselves out of poverty. Michael alluded to earlier that we've initiated a dropout prevention program. Very soon, the Libre Initiative will introduce the Libre Academy, which will be a high school equivalency / GED program that any student in the state of Texas or any student where we have operations in any of the states we have operations can go enroll in the Libre Academy. It's all online based. They have professors that'll be there online and get their full GED, fully accredited through the Libre Initiative. And so our perspective is that we're not just going to tell you what you should do, we're going to help you with what you should do to become economically prosperous. As Representative Boac said, it's important that an educated workforce contribute to the economy. You need an education to get into the middle class, and you need an education to succeed. And so the know-how that we want Hispanics to equip themselves with is really what we're advancing across the state of Texas. And we're doing it on a grassroots level within the communities, with local churches, with chambers of commerce, with community-based nonprofit organizations that align with us, that give us access to Hispanics where we can get in front of them as soon as we can and provide the message we have. And many times there was an event a couple years ago in the Valley with faith leaders, cross-denominational faith leaders, and one of the pastors said, why has nobody ever told us of the Libre Initiative? Why has nobody ever done what it is you guys are doing? And so that's where the Libre Initiative comes in, is that other Hispanic organizations, unfortunately, are not doing the legwork that we are doing. We are building a lasting impact with Hispanics. We are building a relationship with Hispanics so that then we can activate them to call the representative. To be active is to be informed citizens in their communities and contribute, to get out the vote, contribute to the development of local economic development, to contribute to the betterment of the local schools, to be more civically engaged, to be active players in society rather than spectators. And so that's what we do at the Libre Initiative. And so our message goes to everybody, not just Hispanics, present company included. I'm glad we served a Mexican meal. Very fitting for a Scotias and Hispanic panel, but I'm looking forward to your questions, and I want to thank the panelists, the distinguished panelists, for being here. And of course, TPPF, we are building a really lasting, positive partnership with TPPF, and we're very excited about the events we've hosted with them, this one included, and what the future holds for our collective effort in not only engaging Hispanics, but bringing a Hispanic voice to Texas public policy in general.